l'engagement, la vitesse, la hauteur. Oh, incroyable!
This is what we come to the FISE for. This energy is found nowhere else in the world. The best crowd, the best energy. Montpellier, the FISE is back.
What's up, FISE family, and welcome back to the last day of the first stop of this year's FISE World Series. And as you can see, we're still in the south of France, in the city of Montpellier, located in the Occitanie region. We're almost ready to wrap up this final day, but we still have some action going on. And the next event that will unfold will be the FIGE Parkour World Cup, and we're gonna start with the freestyle women's finals. My name is Egon, and I'm being joined here by our parkour expert, Audrey Johnson.
How's it going, guys? Super excited to be here.
So we are getting ready. We're having a look at that parkour setup here. It looks great, but it also looks hot with the black paint. We just wrapped up the skateboarding finals, and it was a battle, especially against the heat that's been going on here in Montpellier.
Yeah, it's been blazing out here the last few days. Thankfully, there's plenty of shade and water whenever the athletes need it, but yeah, excited to see what goes down today.
And it's gonna go down on this setup. Let's take a look at the format.
Yeah, so in the freestyle competition, these athletes are going to be judged on their difficulty that they can pull off during the run, and also they're going to have half of their score, which is an execution score. That's going to be based on how well they complete those tricks.
Okay, quick little look at the starting list for today. 8 athletes in this final.
Yeah, we got a lot of big names in here today. There's also some space for a few new faces I'm excited to see.
And we're immediately gonna jump into the action.
Allez Montpellier, elle arrive sur le terrain. Je vous demande de faire un maximum de bruit pour Stephie Navarro.
Looks like our first athlete is going to be Stephie Navarro. She's been a medalist in speed, but I don't believe she has medaled in freestyle before. Super excited to see her out here. She's looking really strong this season.
She's gonna pick her spot on the stage to start her run off with.
She had a really nice running qualification, looking to clean it up a little bit today. Oh, started with that inward front, had a little bit of a stumble there, but she's gonna keep moving. There's no redos in this round, so she's gotta keep it going. Really nice movement, loading up for her next trick. That was a nice wall backflip with a full twist. She's got some nice vault flow, moving up to the bar. And one of her signature moves, a swing cast backflip right there to finish it out. Oh, Stephanie is such a powerful athlete. I love seeing her out here. She had a couple little stumbles there, so that's probably going to reflect in her execution score. But looks like she's having a good time out here with the crowd.
Could it have something to do with the heat, the fact that she stumbled? Maybe slipped her hands, maybe a sweaty spot on stage?
It could be, you know, there's so many elements going on in a competition like this. It could be a combination of things. The heat definitely can be difficult for some of the athletes, but it's an element for everyone, you know? Oh, she had some really nice movement here. She had a really well orchestrated line. In the execution score, a big thing is that they continue moving throughout the entire run. Loading up into that big trick, just had a little hand plant on the landing there. But her movement has been so nice. Quickly moving up to that high bar. As a shorter athlete, I know it can be difficult to get up there, but she flowed it in really well. And that swing cast backflip. Super difficult move to finish off the run. She's just going to be waiting on that score now.
Looking up to the judging tower.
It's always a fun time being out here at FISE, out there on the stage, feeling the energy of the crowd. The DJ's got it going. I know all these athletes are having a good time.
It's been quite a long weekend already for all the parkour.
It has. Stephanie competed in the speed as well, but maybe didn't make it quite as far as she was hoping to. I was excited for her for making the final here for freestyle. Looks like she's having a great time. Little shout out for her Spanish Federation right there. And that final score of a 14.8. Yeah, it looks like she got docked on the execution score a lot there. But that's going to be it for Stephanie today.
So yesterday we had the FIGE Parkour World Cup Freestyle Men's Finals with Italy taking the gold. But now it's up to Turkey's Ela Donmez.
Yeah, this is the first season I've seen Turkey come out. This is the second World Cup that Ela's been at and her first time making the final. She throws some big tricks, just needed to work on her execution a little bit, had a few stumbles in the last round. I'm excited to see what she does here.
One more final stretch.
Looks like she's setting up for a big twisting trick to start it out. She's going to signal to the judges and get ready. And a big double cork, didn't put the hands down or anything. That's really good execution to start off the run with a really difficult move. That was a double twisting backflip. Really nice movement. Right into a nice back full. That was a single twist. Moved really nicely through the course. And a final cork to finish it off. She looks happy with that.
An explosion of emotions from Turkey's Ela Donmez.
Love to see it. She had really nice landings on all of her big tricks. So that could lead to a really nice execution score. She kept moving the whole time. A little bit lower on the difficulty than we might see with some of our athletes today, but she did start out with that double twisting flip, which is going to bump her up a good bit. She had 2 corks in that run. A cork is the backflip when you swing one leg and then you're a little bit sideways in the air. Can make it a little easier to spin around. Just a little bit of lingo there. There's so many elements that go into this judging. The judges got to take their time to make sure they give a fair score for everyone. Can take a minute up there.
So we just saw the focus on her shoes. Now, I know parkour doesn't really need a lot of gear, let's say, but what makes for a good parkour shoe?
Yeah, so the shoe is the main part of equipment that the parkour athletes are going to need. One thing that you're really looking for, I mean, the main thing is just that grip on the sole of the shoe. Oh, we got that score coming through, a 19.5. Really solid score for Ela. In the women's division, hitting that 20-point mark is really something that a lot of the girls are going to be aiming for. So she was super close there, and it seems like she's really happy with that score.
So yesterday in the men's finals, Lotado breaking that 30-point barrier as the first contestant of the day. Ela Donmez scraping the 20-point barrier, but is one of the other 6 athletes gonna break that score. It might be Nagai Nene.
We got Nene setting up next. She is one of the fiercest competitors out here. I love seeing Nene throw down. She does a lot of world firsts for women's, for the women's category. She's setting up for something big here. I've seen her prepping it. If she can land this clean, it could get her a huge score.
On top of one of the highest obstacles on this course.
Let's go, Nene. Got the support of the crowd out there. The Macaco in backflip. She did a backflip off of one hand. Such an insane move, and she had a pretty good landing. Nene has some of the best flow out there. And hitting that double cork, that was a double twist. She moved into it so fast, we barely caught it. Into the backflip, off the wall. And finishing with another double twisting backflip. Such a nice run for Nene, really high difficulty. It's just gonna come down to that execution score. She had a couple of lower looking landings, so the judges are really gonna be looking to see if she touched her hands on the ground or her knees on the ground at all. Oh, but that's such a sick trick. We call that a Macaco in. Very few women in the world have attempted that, let alone in competition. So exciting to see. One of her signature tricks is her twisting, essentially. She's probably the best female twister out there right now. She's been attempting the triple twist in the last couple competitions. Decided not to do it today, but her doubles are so nice. Finished off with another casual double twist. A lot of the women will try to get one double twist in the line. Nene does 2. Getting some love from the fans. She's gonna sign it later.
Because Nene wants to know her score first.
Oh, she's just gonna be waiting on that score now. That could be a huge difficulty score. It's just gonna depend on the execution. I think this could be our first score in the 20s.
So we have the judges at work. Is that a panel of about, I think, 6 judges? 7?
That sounds about right. I believe there's 3 execution judges and 3 difficulty judges, so they can really focus on just one element of the score. There's so much to think about in these runs. They have to remember all the specific point values for each of the tricks that Nene just did. And the execution judges are looking for that continued flowing movement through the course, which is something that Nene is so good at, as well as they're taking deductions for those difficult tricks, how well they land them. The execution score can be a max of 15 points, so that can really add up in one of these competitions. Typically, a good execution score is around the 12-point mark. So we'll see what Nene gets out here. There can be a lot of variance there, though, for sure.
Yeah, the judges are taking their time.
There we go. Nene with the 20.1, breaking that 20-point mark. That is huge for her. Oh, I love to see it. She had a little bit of a lower execution score there, but that difficulty really carried her through. We're gonna see how that stacks up with the rest of the competition, but that puts her in a really nice position for now.
Saying hello to the people at home. Adela Merkova from the Czech Republic, Czechia.
It's gonna be our first Czech athlete in the final. We have two today. Adela is a beast. She definitely comes from a gymnastics background, throwing some of those big bar tricks. She's been working on doing some ski jumping recently, actually. I've seen some videos of that. She does some crazy big flips off of skis. Just a little fun fact there.
So, part-time gymnast, part-time parkour athlete, and part-time freestyle skier?
So I've heard. Such a strong athlete. I don't know where she finds the time for everything. She's gonna be setting up on the bar here. Huge double backflip to get it started. That was a double swing gainer. She has such nice movement through the course. Moving back to the bar, that is her signature spot.
Underhanded.
Whoa, that was so crazy. I'm gonna have to think about that one for a second. Haven't even seen that move in a while. Doing some more nice twisting movement on the bars. And a strong swing cast. She's already hit 3 tricks. Finishing it off with a nice casual side flip. You'll see some of the athletes do that. They only get judged on difficulty on 3 tricks. But a lot of them like to finish off the run with a little bit more of a casual thing just for style. They finish facing the crowd. Just looks really nice.
Just to mark the end of that run, getting a bit of show in.
They're also aiming for the 20-second mark. They have to make sure that their run is over 20 seconds or they'll get a deduction. So that could be another reason you see them carry on just a little bit longer, just to be sure. Really nice run from Adela out there. She loves using the bars, and you can get really high difficulty for that. Nice little turn straight into the giant, into the double flyaway. She does like those combos on the bars. Even using the rail right over there. The bars seems to be her sweet spot. Really nice swing cast. That's an inward backflip off of the bar. And such a nice little side flip to finish it off, signaling to the judges that her run is over. Adela is such a fierce competitor. She's usually out here with her twin Vendela, actually, who competed in the qualifiers. Didn't quite make the finals, but I love to see them both out here. They're such great smiling faces. Love competing with them when I get the chance. She's going to be waiting on that score. I think she could have a really nice execution there, as well as the difficulty. It's really important to hit both of those marks to be in the running for that podium.
Probably chatting to her Czech teammates, how she's feeling, maybe even hyping up her fellow Czech, the next contestant.
Yeah, we got Bara coming up next. Hitting the 20.7 mark. Let's go. Super nice score. Little flip for the crowd. Oh, she's having a great time out here. So that 20.7 is going to put her in first position for now. And if you notice, she had a really high execution score, so that's going to be a big player in this final.
Next up, we're staying in the Czech Republic. We're going to Bara Krcmarova.
Yeah, Bara's just coming off of a 3rd place finish at our last World Cup in Amsterdam just 2 weeks ago. I haven't seen her medal before that, but she's been around the block a few times. It's been super exciting to see her pop off this season. Seems like she's really been focusing on having a really clean run this season, and that's paid off. So let's see how it pays off here. Really nice side flip over the gap to get it started. Straight into the wall, full twisting backflip. Nice movement for the course. She's looking so powerful today. And the gate flip backflip, such a unique trick. Wall spin. Moving through. And the scoop full to finish it off. Right at that 26-second mark. Such a nice run. She had really good execution there. I don't think I saw any hand touches. Like I said, she's really been aiming for a little bit of a simpler but really clean run. I think that really suits her style. All those landings were so strong. Really asserting her dominance out here. That first side flip over the gap. Super scary move. And moves so quickly into her next trick. You'll notice a lot of the athletes tend to do one trick and then flow around a bit before the next one. I find it super impressive when they go back to back like that. And this we call a gate flip. You're doing the back flip kind of off your hips around a corner there. Super technical, difficult move. Definitely more of a parkour specialist move. You really see that street style parkour coming through from Bara, which is super cool to see. Again, with the wall spin, that's such a classic. And finish it off with such a nice scoop full. Gonna see it again right here. That setup right there is called a scoot, and then that's a backflip with a full twist. A little extra twist to face the crowd out there. Such a nice run from Bara.
Now, is that gate flip, so that move, is that something that will up her score in the difficulty category?
Yeah, so that's definitely going to be more difficult than your typical backflip. Probably scores around the same as a full twisting backflip, I would say. So, yeah, that's definitely going to up her in that difficulty a bit. Each individual move has its own point value in the table of tricks, so there we go. 19.6, so she's right next to that 20-point mark. Really nice score for Bara.
3 more athletes to go as the MC is shouting. Talking about shout-outs, quick little shout-out to the French Gym Federation for putting up this event, and also Energy, Brick, and the region of l'Occitanie, where Montpellier is located in.
Next up, we got Sara Banchoff from Argentina. She is one of my favorite athletes out here. She's so strong, such a great, sweet personality. And she really trains that street-style parkour that I love to see. You'll see a variety of different styles out here, and they're all super cool. A big thing about parkour is just trying out those different styles. Oh, she's moving right into it with a strong castaway backflip to get started. Such nice movement for the course. She's continuing over through the bars, moving super fast and powerful. That's her signature trick. That's called a raid in half. Nobody else in the world that I know of does that trick. And finishing with the 1.5 twist. That's called a double A twist. Super difficult move. And her signature Webster for the crowd. Oh, that was such a nice run from Sara. Really nice execution, good landings.
Such a nice run.
Such good style out here.
Sara already has one trophy in her luggage to take back home to Argentina. Will she take another one with her?
Yeah, that's the question. Yesterday in speed, she took home that second place trophy. Such a big moment for her. And then continuing straight into the style finals today. She's got to be feeling the fatigue, but she looks so strong out here. It's what she's training for. This is her signature hands on the wall into a front flip with a half twist. She even steps down off the wall, and that is intentional. Such a nice move. And the double twisting A-twist there at the end. I think that was exactly what she was looking for out here.
A solid run. A well-constructed choreography.
Absolutely. A big part of these parkour competitions is that they don't get to choreograph their routine ahead of time because the setup is different at every single competition you go to. So they have a couple hours of warm-up time to prepare their run, but it's all about making the best run you can with the setup that's presented to you at that competition.
Mm-hmm. Is it something that you guys know up front when you come to a competition? Do you have like a 3D render of the setup?
No, so that's a big thing, is that it's brand new every single time.
So like you have to travel all the way to Montpellier, get here to the Riverless, and then see and find out what the course is.
What the setup is going to be, yeah. There's a few things that you can typically count on, such as, you know there's going to be a box, you know there's going to be a bar, you know there's going to be a wall, right? But you don't know exactly how tall the box is going to be.
Orientation.
Yeah, exactly. You have to flow together this whole run using the obstacles wherever they get placed on that day.
So you can't really go to a competition and say, well, this athlete will have an edge because we already know the setup. No, it's so always a surprise.
Always a surprise. Hitting that 20-point mark right on the money for Sara. I believe that's going to put her in third position for now. Really nice work from her.
Because if we look at all the other FISE events, the weeks before, we post the parks, the setups. Only in this one, no one knows what it's going to be like.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so for BMX and skateboarding and roller, everyone knows what the setup is going to look like and have a feeling.
Super interesting. Well, for now, the parkour event is always a new setup. Next up, we got Noah Diargina. She is coming off a first place finish in style and speed at the last World Cup in her hometown in Amsterdam. Yesterday, she finished in third in the speed run. She's looking for her fourth medal of the season here.
The Dutch Red Bull athlete.
She has been killing it this season. Can't wait to see what she's planning here. Setting up with a cork on the platform. That's super scary. You don't want to be falling off. Moving up to the bars. And such a nice double backflip off the bar there. Really nice movement through. Little Webster for style. Back up on the bars. Straight to the box. Such nice movement. I love those combos. On a little stumble here.
I think the camera guy was in the way.
And she hit the double full at the end, but that stumble could really cost her in the execution. I don't know how they're going to handle that there.
I mean, it was out of her hands. That cameraman was there.
Yeah.
She could do nothing about it, so let's hope the judges, I mean, I hope the judges will be lenient, but that is up to them. That is up to the rules of the FIGE Parkour World Cup.
Oh man, that's such a tough situation. I feel for Noah there.
Like she was looking right in the lens, looking at it like, what is this doing here?
Right. The rest of that run was super nice. Her double flyaway is way above the bar. Super cool to see. She had a little bit of a hiatus last season, just not feeling the freestyle as much. She had a couple mental blocks. It's been super cool to see her come back from that so strong this season. And I love this combo here. She used the bar to go straight to the box and pop straight into another flip. Such nice combos. That is the heart of parkour, is moving from one to the other really quickly.
Look, she looks him dead in the eye like, what are you doing here? I'm performing.
Oh my goodness, that's so unfortunate. And yeah, that's totally not on Noah at all. I just don't know what they're going to do with that at this point.
Always expect the unexpected at FISE Montpellier.
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
Is that something in the rule book? Obstructions by camera guys in the way?
It might need to be after this one.
Ok, apparemment, le résultat va pouvoir arriver dans quelques instants. Et c'est un résultat de 22 points.
22.90.
Excellent score from Noah. That is a dominant score coming out here for her. I don't know what they decided about that mistake at the end, but seems like it worked out for her.
And one thing is for sure, she is going to be on that podium. She's going to take another trophy back home to Amsterdam. But we still have one more athlete.
Ela Bucio.
Lors des qualifications, faites du bruit pour notre Mexicaine, Bucio, Ela!
She is a veteran competitor, such a strong athlete. She is currently the world champion for speed and the vice world champion for the discipline today style.
With all those titles, people will be expecting an enormous run by her.
Yeah, we'll have to see how she deals with the pressure here.
The heat, the pressure, cameras.
She threw a world's first in qualification. I would be expecting that trick again. She wants it to be named after her. I don't know if that's an official thing in parkour yet, but
Bucio.
she's going to be setting up for it right away. Signaling to the judges that she's ready.
Ok, c'est parti. Elle chope la barre. Bascule. Giant.
Oh, so nice. So that was that double front flip swing trick. I don't even really know what to call that. Moving through to a nice swing cast. That's just casual work for her. Keeps moving through the course. Back up to the bar. So powerful. And the double back to finish. She's going to keep moving, even though she hit her 3 tricks right there for the finish. So much emotion out here. Ela has not had a medal yet this season, so I think she was really looking for a nice performance here. That might have just done it.
Let's see if Montpellier will break that spell and get her to win.
Such a dominant performance from her. All those landings were so nice with that world's first trick at the beginning. She sets up like she's doing that swing double backflip that you'll see a lot of the girls do, but she twists at the last second and turns it into a double front flip. Absolutely insane. I haven't seen any of the men do that trick. She is the first, definitely the first in competition. Such nice movement through the course. You can always expect that from Ela. Back to her signature spot on the bars. And such a powerful double backflip off the bar. to finish. That's a lot of the girls' hardest tricks, and that one's just casual for her. Little back handspring to finish it off with style. And she is happy with that.
But now the question is, will that world first put her on top of the podium and give her the win in this FIG Parkour World Cup Freestyle Women's Final?
Topping Noah's score there is going to be tough. Noah and Miranda just hanging out. Two dominant competitors over there, and they're such good friends. We love this community.
Ok, les résultats vont arriver dans quelques instants.
And the 24.7. That is going to be the win for Ela Bucio.
What a way to wrap up this freestyle final. Being cheered on by all our competitors. That's the beauty of FISE Montpellier. Sometimes it doesn't even feel like a competition.
Love the sportsmanship out here.
Okay, everyone. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in. Stay tuned, because in 5 minutes we will have, in 50 minutes we will have the men's speed finals. Audrey, I'd like to thank you again for your expertise, for helping us get through this final, and I hope to see you at the next FISE.
Absolutely.
Dans quelques instants, on va pouvoir enchaîner directement avec la présentation de nos finalistes pour la catégorie speedrun masculin. D'ici une petite minute, ensuite, on va assister à leur échauffement. Ok. Nos athlètes peuvent rentrer en piste. Voici nos finalistes pour la catégorie speedrun masculin. Faites un maximum de bruit pour eux.
l'engagement, la vitesse, la hauteur. Oh, incroyable!
This is what we come to the FISE for. This energy is found nowhere else in the world. The best crowd, the best energy. Montpellier, the FISE is back.
Ils veulent pas voir ma gueule. Ah ouais.
It is nice
Pas
to
un
be
stand
back.
maquillage.
What's up, FISE family? We're back here in Montpellier, and we're getting ready for the FIG Parkour World Cup stop here in Montpellier, ready for that Speedman Finals. My name is Egon, and I'm being joined here by our parkour expert, George Monroe.
It's good to be back. Thank you for having me.
So let's see, it's gonna be the same setup that we just used for the freestyle women finals
That was one intense final.
with Ela Bucio from Mexico taking the win with 24.70 points and a world's first. Now for the speed run, George, take us through.
We got 10 athletes, which means 5 races of a 1 versus 1. And obviously, this time, best time gets you on that podium.
The best time of all these athletes.
All around, yeah, exactly. So it doesn't matter who you're going up against, you just want to do the fastest time you can. So same as yesterday, women's speed final is just a head-to-head, and you try to get the fastest time possible. We got Andrea Consolini, Joel Vicei, Antoine Kolinovsky, Jim Vaness, Jacob Ustern, Sasha Fontaine, Jaroslav Chum, Luca Demarchi, Bogdan Kolamkov, and Kirill Krcmarova.
That's a stacked setup from
It is.
startlers from all around the world. So yesterday we had Miranda Tibbling from Sweden taking the win. Second spot was for Sara Banchoff, and the third went to Noah Mann, who also podiumed a couple of minutes ago in the freestyle final.
We can see the MC hyping up the crowd. Obviously, you know, thankfully, Montpellier right now, shade, a little bit of shade, not that intense heat.
It's been getting a bit cloudy out there.
Andrea Consolini, Italian speed.
Face à lui, il nous vient de Suède. Faites du bruit pour Joel Vicei.
Versus Joel from Sweden. I believe this is his first final.
Wow. So from the south of Europe to the north. Looks like the wind is picking up along the river.
A little bit, yeah. It's Scandinavian against Italian.
Les athlètes sont prêts.
Just look at their posture. Pure athletes,
Now
and
they're
we're off.
obviously. Now they're doing the similar techniques. Now this is where it comes down to the minor details. One minor slip-up means that you can be out of a podium or out of the top 5. So you can see Andrea is taking the lead, but Joel is not staying far behind. They're both catching up head-to-head again. Now the bar is where this gets to. Consolini had a lot of mistakes happening in the qualifiers and semifinals, but he managed to fix it. Now they're going to both hit the button. Oh my God, this is such a close race. Consolini got a faster time, but by a few nanoseconds. 0.2 was the difference between them. So if you can tell now, the times that these athletes are going to be getting are similar, just down to the most detailed aspect of the race. That's what's going to get them into that final 3.
And it also looks like you still need to have that, like after that run, you still need the precision to hit the button.
Yeah, it's a lot of people miss the button in semis and qualifiers because they were going with such speed and such intensity that they were just jumping towards the little bar that's at the end, and they were missing the button completely. So that means the button didn't hit, so the time doesn't stop. So that's an automatic disqualification, at least for semis and finals where you can't redo them. But I'm happy to see Consolini not miss the bar this time. He had a couple of mistakes, a couple falls. You can look at him at his Instagram, but look, he's just happy that he got the run he wanted. Least mistakes, so happens. Now we're gonna see Czech Republic. He looks like he's in the zone, focused, dialed in.
pouvoir envoyer notre prochaine course. Notre premier athlète, il nous vient de République tchèque. Faites du bruit pour Antonin Kolonovsky!
Antonin, one of the few athletes to do both modalities, speed and style. Here,
Il va concourir contre notre Hollandais. Faites du bruit pour Jim Vaness!
now, Jimbo's also first time into finals, but he's also known for doing both categories. Will beautiful Montpellier FISE 2025 be the background to their first victories? Hopefully they will. Now you can notice they're having a similar position, like every competitor is going to have a similar position when they leave, because you have to have your body the closest possible to the ground so you can just pull off the bar. Jimbo taking a bit of a bigger advantage because he's taller and longer, but Antoine is not going to stay behind, both striding to the checkpoint at the back. They're both going head-to-head again. It's just down to the details of the bars, the swing, the strides. You can tell that Jimbo is pushing through Antoine as well. They're going to both get really good time. Jimbo misses up, but Antoine secures it in first place so far with a 27.2.
Fastest time today. Oh. And that slip of Jim Vaness,
Chum
cost him precious time.
Exactly. Chum hyping up his teammate, one of the fastest from Czech Republic. You can see both of them going head to head, really intense, almost poetic. Black shirt against white shirt, you know, day and night, going back and forth. Jimbo taking the most advantage he could, but those minor mistakes are the ones that count the most.
We have a camera guy pretty close to where it went wrong for Jim.
And then Antoine just jumping through. You see that little arm flare before hitting the button. Jimbo had a minor mistake. He missed his hand, and that cost him precious second. He's still sitting in third, though. You can see one of the Merkova twins in the back cheering on his also local teammate. Now we got Netherlands again.
Jakob
On peut
Oosterom.
accueillir notre prochain athlète. Il nous vient de Hollande. Faites du bruit pour Jan Oosterom!
So we had 2 Dutch athletes, 2 Italian athletes,
Il va concourir face
2
à
Czech
notre
athletes as well.
Français. Faites du bruit
Sasha
pour
Fontaine.
Sacha had some minor, mistakes in the semifinals. He had a false start, but that didn't stop him. So we see him here in the finals, so it means he earned his spot. They both look they're dialed in, focused. Huge quads that Sasha has.
I mean, he could be a power lifter with those quads.
He's got tree trunks for legs. I think one of his legs is both of mine. He's getting in the zone. And they're both off now. Really powerful athletes here, really explosive. A lot of plyometrics involved. Sasha's just taking a full advantage into it. He's just striding and plowing all over. But Jop is not getting behind. He's catching up as fast as he can, but you can't really tell so far because one can have a minor mix-up and then one of them falls. But so far, Sasha's taking the lead. Jakob trying to recover. Sasha's going to try to squeeze that final leg, that final air push. He's going to get it. Hits the button. And Jakob does not stay behind. Securing 6th place so far. Sasha getting 2nd. You also got to think maybe he has a little bit of pressure because he's playing at home field, French athlete, French final, French competition. He's feeling good. Dapping up the fastest man in the world right now, Kirill. Yeah, as you can tell, these athletes are not slow at all. There's like no wasted space, no wasted time. They try to make up as much as it can as they run. So it's obviously important to have really good coordination, really good footwork, and most of all, have a steady mind. Because if you're freaking out, you're gonna miss your step. You can just see how Sasha's just yelling before hitting the button, and then he smashed into the bar. And Job just didn't stay behind. He just smashed the button, but he knew that Sasha had beaten him.
I just wrote down the times, and so far, we have him right up here.
Consolini in 3rd.
But the difference between Kolonovsky and
Just
Fontaine,
0.01. Now we're up with Chum. He got second place, I believe, at the World Champ. No, he got third place at the World Championships in Kitakyushu, Japan. He's set to go to the World Games in Chengdu, China. He's known for throwing his t-shirt if he gets a good time. There's just one of the fastest Italians out there. Luca De Marchi. Italian speed versus Czech speed.
Is it going to be a blue shirt or is it going to be shirtless?
We shall see. Well, who knows? Maybe Luca takes off his shirt as well. They're both in the zone. Luckily, the sun died down a little bit. You know, French Federation managed to get the sun down. They're doing a magnificent work here at the competition. Overall great setup, and now we're gonna see a great race. Now notice the stance difference between Luca and Chum. Now they're both off, going really quickly. Now it starts to get more and more intense now because there's less competitors, which means that your spot has to be secured. You can see that Chum is taking the lead, but Luke is not staying far behind. You can see Luke is going for a more technical approach, more calm. He might be dialing in the speed for the very end, but Chum is just pressing through. No mistakes, quick footwork. He's gonna go for the last jump and hit the button first. He's gonna secure himself. First place so far, he's hitting the button to secure that it worked. 24.7, I believe.
That's almost 2.5
Will
seconds
he
better.
do his classic? Oh, quick little Webster. Oh, but no shirt removal. That's new for him, though.
That's for the podium ceremony.
I guess, yeah. Maybe he'll go up without a shirt. Now, you can see that different position on the start helped each one to their own point, but you can see that Chum just had that drive in him. He just went full speed, non-stop. Excellent footwork, excellent coordination. Luca in the back going full speed, more calculate, but maybe taking the safe route instead of the fast route. Now, obviously, thankfully these athletes are okay, but Chum secured it, just reassuring he hit the button. Now, he has to remember that if he breaks that button,
it's the only one we got.
It's the only one we got. But thankfully, they're resistant. And now we have the final race. Ukraine versus Switzerland. This is going to be one intense final. None of these racers are slow. So it just means it gets faster and faster from here. Bogdan was the first world champion ever in parkour, and Kirill is the second world champion in parkour. So in 2022, Bogdan took first. 2024, sorry, Kirill took first.
Now in 2025, for FISE Montpellier, the Battle of the Champions.
Battle of the Champs. And at the end, basically the two fastest men alive going head to head. Obviously, sportsmanship comes first. Quick little hug with your friend. And now we're gonna get into the fastest race today. You can almost feel a certain type of weight in the ambience a bit. Music in the background, so we're gonna go hard, fast, and explosive. Quick little re-chalk for Kirill. They both have beautiful parkour bases for this. You can tell in the way they run. Champion versus champion. We will see who gets on the podium.
The tension is rising.
Kirill coming from an excellent season this year. He got first place in Amsterdam World Cup, and I believe Bogdan got on podium as well. And they're both off. Kirill going in, Bogdan going in. They're both going to try to go as fast as possible. Maybe they work in favor, maybe it works against them. They're going head to head, different techniques, different steps, different movements, but at the end, they're both getting to the point where it's just a matter of 1 second. Kirill taking the lead, but Bogdan's not going to stay far behind, but Kirill is maybe quicker. Bogdan's going to squeeze through into that. They're both going to hit the button. Kirill jumps in, hits the button, and Bogdan comes in second. Kirill securing second place and Bogdan third. You can tell Kirill is not overly happy about it, but he's just happy he did the run as fast as he could. Minor mistakes, but he managed to fix them. But there you go. Even he knows what he tried to fix, but overall, you can see he's happy about it. They're just both, you can just see they're just aggressively going through the course.
And it went head-to-head the whole time, even at the turning point.
Exactly, at the turning point. The problem is with such, intense races, you have to focus on your own lane, kind of like a racehorse. If you look slightly to your competitor to the left or to the right of you, you're gonna miss because you're gonna be like, oh, I have to squeeze more. So maybe, if you're trying to go fast, you push a bit harder to maybe get inside your competitor's mind. But overall, interesting race. But I do believe that Czech Republic is in first place.
That is going to be correct. I have it written down, the 24.73 for Chum Jaroslav
Chum. I remember getting first place Montpellier 2024. So it seems that Montpellier is his safe space.
Back-to-back Montpellier speed men winner.
You can see the time differences aren't that big. So overall, I think Kirill is going to take the overall season trophy, I believe, because he indeed got first in Amsterdam.
And that wraps up this FIGE Parkour World Cup. We will have the podium ceremony in just a minute, but first, next up on the calendar will be FISE Shanghai in October, from October 16th to October 20th. Welcome to this FISE World Series here in Shanghai.
One of the greatest cities in the world, FISE Shanghai. Let them hear you! All right, mate.
Last year we had that inaugural year of FISE Shanghai, and we're going back again in October, and it's going to be growing every year. Now it's going to be time for the podium ceremony. We should be starting with the women freestyle ceremony. After that, the man speedrun ceremony, and what a fight that was.
Ela Bucio securing first place with a 24.7. Noah Man getting second place with a 22.9, and a cameraman in the middle of her run. And Adela Merkova getting third place with a 20.7. But we have to also congratulate the rest of these competitors, because at the end of the day, they made finals, which means they knew what they had to do. So regardless of what position they got, they secured finals, and that's something that should all be very proud about. That beautiful all-around trophy for the season, freestyle women, as well as the first, second, third trophies for the women freestyle. Now you can see Ella's going to be able to take 2 trophies home, or 1, if I believe. No, I think Noah's going to take the overall speed.
Noah got the win in speed. Well, no, second spot in speed run, and second spot now in freestyle.
I believe so. So Noah secured the freestyle trophy for the season, and overall, a good run regarding what happened, at the end of the day.
Yeah,
you have to know what to do.
Unfortunately, we had the mishap on the course where, unfortunately, a cameraman was obstructing her next move.
Yeah, it's a
These
big
things unfortunately
inconvenience.
happen.
Hopefully we can fix that, but again, this is no one else's fault, but wrong time, wrong place type situation. Again, French Federation did a great job organizing this event. I've been fortunate enough to be able to take part in 2 Montpellier competitions here at the FISE, as well as brick parkour, just amazing modules, setups. Me personally, I have a special spot in my heart for the bars and the slanted walls, but overall, it's a really fun time, and I think as a spectator, it's just really eye-catching to see people flipping in the air or just running as fast as they can. So,
what makes this event so appealing to parkour athletes?
To parkour athletes, so at the end of the day, putting aside it's a World Cup, it's you are surrounded with your friends. Like, parkour has the amazing aspect that their community is so open that they just want to, you know, share as much with each other. So regardless of the competition, yes, obviously you want to do well, but you also want to see your teammates do well. So even if, for example, you didn't do as well as you could have, when you see your friend on that podium, you're going to be super hyped about it. We saw it in men, all the guys throwing up Lautaro. We saw it with the women, all the girls throwing up Ela. So at the end of the day, it's all about the community and the beautiful ambience that this sport creates for us.
A celebration of the sport and a culture
Exactly.
that surrounds it.
At the end of the day, like, yes, you know, champions come and go, but you know, the friends you make and the memories you make at these events are, you know, some of the most important parts of these competitions.
That's so great to hear, man. I mean, I love it that you're having a good time here. I heard the same thing from Audrey.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, regardless if you're competing or not, it's always just fun to see. And like, if you know some of these athletes, it gets you more riled up, right? At the end of the day, you want to see them do well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we just got the message in that we're ready for the podium ceremony. Let's go to the course and listen to what the MC has to say.
Ok, on va pouvoir accueillir nos 3 athlètes, celles qui ont réussi à avoir une médaille lors de notre catégorie freestyle féminin. Je vous demande d'applaudir notre Tchèque, Adela Merkova!
Now, Adela Merkova getting back on that podium, very well deserved, very well
Qui va
put
se
together that
faire
line.
remettre sa médaille par Plutarque Vaudounou, membre du comité technique parcours à la FISE. Je vous demande de l'applaudir.
Getting that beautiful bronze FISE trophy. I don't know who was in charge of designing the trophy, but they did an excellent job. I
À
find
la
it beautiful.
deuxième position, je vous demande de faire un max de bruit pour notre Hollandaise, Noah Mann,
No man securing second place. She's gonna get
qui va se
beautiful
faire remettre
silver
son
trophy,
trophée
you know,
par
to
David
go
Aubert,
right next to her both gold trophies she
directeur
got in
sport et
Amsterdam.
musique pour Hurricane.
And she's getting the trophy from the
Allez, on
director
fait
for
du bruit,
sports and music
Montpellier.
of Hurricane by Dadu.
No, just happy she got back on that podium,
Et
regarding
là, je vous demande
the
de faire un
situation that
max
was.
de
We're now
bordel
first place.
pour la première place, notre Mexicaine,
Mexico as
Ela
well, Ela Bucio.
Bucio.
Fun fact, I think
Qui
the
se
Mexican
fait
anthem
remettre
is the
son
most
trophée
listened
par
anthem
Charles
for
Perrier,
women's podium.
cofondateur du parcours
Ela just is
et président
another
du comité
type of
technique
athlete.
parcours à la FIG.
And she is getting the award handed to her by the director of the Parkour Federation.
Allez, faites du bruit pour un
Charles Perrier, I
Montpellier.
believe, one of the parkour founders, and Yamakaze. Such strong women too.
Ok, prenez des petites photos. On les remercie, on les applaudit.
All the applause to these strong and really agile women.
So that was a celebration of our medalists in the freestyle competition. Now we only have one more celebration, and those are the 3 medalists in the speed competition that we just saw, and where where Chum obliterated the competition.
Chum basically said, you know, I'm going to do my job and try to not get in my way. But that
just
didn't,
looking at the timing.
yeah, exactly. I mean, that didn't mean that Kirill and Bogdan were going to stay behind, but, you know, at the end, Chum just called in that inner power, just got that first place. So.
Ok, on va pouvoir accueillir nos 3 médaillés pour cette catégorie speedrun masculin. En 3e position, faites un maximum de bruit pour notre Ukrainien, Bohdan Kolmakov. Qui va se faire remettre son trophée par Aymen Boussila, membre du comité technique parcours à la FIG. Faites du bruit, Montpellier!
A-Man giving his bronze trophy.
En deuxième position, on va accueillir notre Suisse. C'est un très bon ami à moi. Je suis trop fier de lui. Faites un maximum de bruit pour Karil Kormoller.
Karil getting second place. That is his second
Qui
podium
va
of
se
the
faire
year as
remettre
well.
son
He's set to go
trophée
to World Games in
par
China, where
David
he'll probably secure
Aubert.
another podium.
Directeur du sport et de la musique pour Hurricane. Toute la Suisse pleure pour Karil. C'est pour ça qu'il pleure sur... C'est pour ça qu'il pleut sur ce plateau. Et je vous demande de faire un maximum de bruit pour le premier, pour notre Tchèque.
It's starting to rain. It's almost poetic that it's starting to rain. Chum getting that first place again, securing first place. Really well executed, really well deserved.
Du comité technique.
Charles
Parkour
Perrier,
à
one of the
FISE.
parkour founders,
Un
getting in his
maximum de
trophy.
bruit pour notre podium.
We got lucky that no rain came for the whole event until the very end. So,
And no one got hurt.
no one got hurt. That's the most important part.
The final round of applause for our podium.
They did a spectacular job. They can't even fit on one of these stumps. There we go, they got their pictures, but now you can see the crowd trying to escape the rain, so it'll
On
be
a
time to say
encore
goodbye.
3 trophées à remettre.
George, I have bad news and good news.
Okay, I like my dessert first, so
Well, the bad news is
C'est les
this is the
trophées
penultimate
World
live stream.
Series. C'est pour les athlètes.
that is bad news.
Ils
Good
ont
news
fait
is we
des
still have
médailles
one
sur
more
les
event to
deux
go, and that is going to be the
compétitions que
BMX
nous avons
Flatland
eues cette
Pro
année.
Finals happening at the breaking stage.
That is going to be one interesting competition because we've had them next to the parkour equipment, so I'll be down there to see them, so
Okay.
it's going to be an interesting final.
Well, you're cordially invited to grab yourself a spot and watch all the action unfold. We got some of the best French athletes. The Japanese are wild. Like what they're doing on their bikes, they're breaking the barriers.
No, I'll be excited to see it, and so I'll definitely be there. I hope you guys are there as well, so
Okay.
overall,
And maybe next time in the booth.
next time.
Thanks, George.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for watching.
Bye.